Good afternoon, folks. I'm coming to you today with the law tip of the day, and today I wanted to talk to you about lemons. So I'm coming to you from my car, which is not a lemon, by the way. So yes, I wanted to come to you about lemon law. So at the law practice I work at, we find different people who come to us because they're having issues with their car. So I just figured that I would make a video to show, okay, to answer the question that some people have, because some people, they have issues with their car that are recurring issues, and yet they don't seem to take them to an attorney because they're concerned that, well, how is my car fit as a lemon? Like, why would the courts basically feel like I deserve some type of compensation just because I bought a bad car or just because my car's not working? So just to break this down, there's actually an area of the law which is called torts, where the law basically seeks to not reward consumers, but basically recognize that consumers might be at a disadvantage if they have decided to work with someone who is a bad dealer, or maybe has just suffered some type of injury through their purchase. So the law has created a space for that in the area of torts. And this is also a nationally tested bar topic, meaning that any lawyer who is just starting to practice is pretty much going to be familiar with this area of law. So it's called torts, and the area of law that it is products liability. So basically, there are different ways where a consumer can show that their car is a lemon to the courts in order to receive compensation, or in order to be able to have that particular auto dealer buy the car back. So the ways that they can show a defect is going to be 4 key ways. That's going to be a manufacturing defect is the first way, a design defect is the second way, a warning defect is the third way, and also the compliance with industry standards is going to be the 4th way. It's a bonus way, so just a heads up on that. But the main way is the 3 ways, and the 4th way is more of a bonus. So a manufacturing defect basically exists when one instance of this particular product deviates from its intended design, or deviates from like the norm of what you would expect from this particular product. So that's a manufacturer's defect. That's like, for example, all the airbags on a certain vehicle typically work, but for some reason in this particular instance, the airbags did not deploy properly, or the airbags otherwise did not work. The airbags were defective, causing extensive injuries from an accident, extensive injuries from an accident, or other types of damage. So that's the first one. The second type of defect is a design defect, which means basically that the car as designed is improper. So this is times where there might be a recall because there are multiple cars on the market that have the same issue, meaning which indicates that the car as designed was improperly designed. So maybe there is an instance where the center console on the vehicle clashes with the seatbelt cover somehow, causing all the seatbelts to, basically spiral out of control in an accident or something crazy like that. But it does happen, and that's why we get recalls. So that might happen. And that's going to be determined through the consumer expectations test and also the risk utility test, which I can go into at a later video. The third major type of defect is going to be a warning defect, which means basically that the warnings on the vehicle were improper. So for example, I have a larger car, I have an SUV, and so there's a warning actually right above my head on the visor, which talks about rollovers and things like that. So imagine someone is driving like a 4x4 type of vehicle and they experience an unfortunate rollover going at high speeds. Well, that can be considered, if there is a warning missing, that can be considered a warning defect, because the car is defective in that it doesn't provide that necessary warning in order to help drivers be more safe and just prevent injury to themselves. So these are all products liability types of tort. And the last bonus, I guess you would say, defect is going to be compliance with industry standards. Now, compliance with industry standards does not always show that that a manufacturer or a product supplier was not negligent, which is like a different theory of the law, which I'll go into. But compliance doesn't always show that the manufacturer was in the right. However, a lack of compliance with industry standards can be used to show or indicate that a product is defective. So the area of the law, basically lemon law, caters towards consumers in this practice by basically recognizing, hey, if your product was defective, if you're taking your vehicle in to get servicing 3 or 4 multiple times and your product is still coming back, your vehicle is still coming back defective, not working properly, then there are remedies in the law for you. Or on the other hand, if you experience a serious issue that should be the subject of a safety recall because it's just how the car was made, there's nothing wrong with the car as designed, but maybe there's something wrong with the innate design of the vehicle itself, and maybe other consumers are also having this issue, well, then you might get into, okay, well, is there a design defect? And the court also has remedies for that. Or there might be a situation where, you know, hey, if I had received this warning when I bought the car, or sometime looking at the car, using the car in my normal use, and the warning was not there and I suffered an injury, hey, there is a remedy for that as well. Okay, so also, if the car doesn't comply with the standards in the industry, you know, Tesla, you know, all these nice cars, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, they have industry standards, you know, safety standards, quality standards. And if those things were not met in the making of your particular vehicle, there can be remedies for that. So this is basically a law tip for you as it pertains to lemon law. If there's any way that I can be of assistance, or the law firm that I work for can be of assistance, please let us know. Feel free to reach out. We deal with lemon cases all the time, very often. And as it stands, this is not building an attorney-client relationship. This is infotainment, basically. It's education plus entertainment. So this is information plus entertainment. So this is considered infotainment, and this is not legal advice. Thank you.